Hi, I'm Aaron and I'm in the kitchen, and today I am making ravioli bake. Here we go. This is a quick meal that we are going to throw together, and it is going to take us 15 minutes or less. I need it to take us 15 minutes or less, so it's going to take us 15 minutes or less. Starting off with boiling our water, which is the most obvious step. I am using my induction cooktop for this because the induction cooktop is going to go fast. Plus, I want to fix forward so I can be with you guys. All right, then I'm gonna leave my dish back here. While my water is boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking on my beef. I'm using 500 grams of ground beef. Feel free to sub the beef for Italian sausage, especially if you're in the US. But the Italian sausage and the casings that we have in the US, we don't have that same option here. And I didn't want to use sausage links because it's not the same. Yes, fresh, never frozen. Okay, into our ground beef, I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of Italian herbs. 2 tablespoons slap your mama. 2 tablespoons Creole seasoning. 2 tablespoons garlic powder. And a chili spice of my choice. I have Macedonian chili spice, so I'm using it. The longest thing I think that's going to take to cook is actually boiling our water. This is my solution if I want the taste of a lasagna, but I don't want to wait and do all the steps to make a lasagna. You start off with cheese ravioli. See, that's what I'm doing to beef. Cheese, beef, cheese. So I have a 4 cheese blend here. You can use a ricotta ravioli, ricotta with spinach, whatever you like. Oh, you know what I haven't used in a really long time? My meat chopper. Where is my meat chopper? Okay, I guess it'll be a little while before I use my meat chopper because I don't know where it is. Probably in the dishwasher. I forgot the main ingredient you need in every dish. Salt. And we're gonna salt our water as well. Salt it like the sea. There we go. All right. Half a teaspoon of salt. Don't need a whole lot. So the only reason I am making this ravioli bake is because the only thing that's actually baking is melting the cheese in the oven on top of it. All right, our meat is almost done, and I am at 7 minutes on the timer here. Yes, I'm timing myself making this because I'm on a time crunch. Self-imposed, but I'm on a time crunch. So I want to get dinner out for the cameraman because he's hungry and he loves me, so he's patient. The beef smells so good. All right, I'm gonna stop the cook on the beef right there. My water is like putting along. So we're gonna cook our ravioli halfway through, and then while the cheese is melting down, that will do the rest of the cook. And that's how we ensure that our ravioli isn't over, but just perfect. For this lasagna bake, I have, not lasagna, for this ravioli bake, I have 2 bags. My total cook time for the ravioli is 6 minutes, but I'm only gonna cook it for 3, and then stick it in my lasagna dish. But while this is going, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the tomato sauce. Okay, so the sauce. Everything's coming out of a jar or a can, but it's still homemade. I have a can of fresh tomatoes here. Popping the cap, and I am placing in my bowl. with my whisk. Stay hydrated. Not sponsored. Okay, so inside of my bowl with my crushed tomatoes, as a thickener, I am adding 100 grams of tomato paste. Gotta stick it here, running out of space. That's 101. Just being transparent. Okay, now my pasta is boiling. My water is boiling. So I'm gonna go in using my spider, and I'm going to drop in and drop in. Mr. Cameraman, can you do a timer for 3 minutes for me, please? All right, our pasta has 3 minutes to cook before I transfer it. And while that is cooking, I'm gonna finish working on the sauce. So, in order to blend the flavors, I'm going to use some of the same seasonings I seasoned my meat with earlier inside of the sauce. So I'm going in with 1 teaspoon garlic powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of our Italian herbs, fresh red pepper, 1 teaspoon. Standing here, half a teaspoon of Slappy Mama. Just want to make sure that the flavors are friends. I don't need it to be dominant. And a half a teaspoon of Creole. There we go. Now I'm going to use my whisk to crush the tomatoes in the can even further. Whisk them together. And that is my sauce. Waiting on the timer now, so the only thing we're doing. But I'm going to, gonna move this off so I can put my glass dish here. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of sauce down on the bottom of my glass dish. Just spread it out. Just so when I do put my first layer of ravioli down, it's not sticking.
Thumbs up, baby.
All right, ravioli. Turning off the heat now. Doing a scoop. I'm gonna wiggle to try to place because it's hot. And if I need to use a spoon, I will. But as you can see, our ravioli is not done cooking. It's gonna finish off in the oven. Yeah, I need a spoon. All right. So you follow whatever the package instructions are on your ravioli. Or if you're using homemade ravioli, then you know the time better than anyone else. So use that time. Okay, going over with our first layer of beef. All right. I'm using Parm today because it has lots and lots of flavor on its own. And sauce on top. Next layer of pasta on top of our sauce. Just wiggle it around. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right, we're putting the rest of our meat here on top.
Ah, I see. It's kind of an anti-lasagna.
It is a quick lasagna, but it's not called lasagna. I call it ravioli bake.
It's almost a lasagna, so it's a
Lasagna?
anya.
Lasagna.
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 Lasagna, that sounds like a car from Subway. You see like lasagna.
All right. So, I have this frozen bag of mozzarella that I'm going to put on top alongside more parm. I got a second bag of parm. Oh, I didn't tell you measurements for the crushed tomatoes. The can was 400 grams. And this is a total of 250 grams of parm. So if you don't love cheese, this is really not the dish for you. The last of our tomato sauce going on top. The next time I make this, I'll probably do 800 grams of tomato sauce instead of the 4 that I did. But I think this is going to be plenty juicy because I am going to add a little bit of pasta water to it to keep it juicy and good. And that'll steam our pasta as well. Yeah, now I can see the water at the bottom. That will steam, that will help melt our cheese and keep everything delicious. I'm gonna cut this. Now, the reason why it's called ravioli baked is because I'm melting the cheese in the oven. And you're gonna have big pockets of mozzarella throughout because I'm using frozen. And you know what? That sounds mighty good to me. Big old chunk of, whew. All right, sticking this in the 200-degree oven just until our cheese melts. I give it about 2 minutes. And then dinner is served. I'll see you guys for the taste test.
Okay, y'all, I am dipping into this ravioli bake. Yes, it is right out of the oven. Yes, I'm touching it with my hand. No, I'm not burnt. That cheese pull, oh my God. And the ravioli, that's the cheese ravioli. Ooh. Y'all, this is gonna be good. I'm just gonna scoop out this a little bit so I can do this for the taste test. But we are hungry. It's late, y'all. So we about to eat, but let me go ahead and try this for y'all. Just gonna cut over here, get myself a little pasta, little meat, little sauce. Y'all, this ravioli bake tastes like lasagna, but way quicker. This whole thing, to cook this whole thing from start to finish is like 25 minutes. Yo, that's a 12. It's a 12. Oh my God. Please, this is a must try. If you don't try anything else that I make, this is a must try. And if you are a super home cook and you have made your ravioli from scratch, yours is even better than mine, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.